Hey guys, I had a little time this afternoon. No clients today, so I cooked a late brunch, made food for the kids, made breakfast, tacos. I wanted to come on and talk with you about business related stuff and the Massage Entrepreneurs Group. One of the things that I've seen on various massage forums is educators talking about the differences in students in the last 10 to 15 years in massage school. What differences do they see? What challenges are they having? And educators started to talk about the fact that they're teaching one thing in school. The students go home and watch YouTube videos, and they come in wanting to use all these different techniques that they saw on a YouTube video. And there was some frustration because the teachers are trying to get these people on board, with a very specific way of going through their education, because you need core information and core techniques to be able to kind of build on a platform. And it was interesting for me to see that because most of my curriculum is long-term going online, which means I'm trying to embrace YouTube, use it as an educational tool. People write me regularly and tell me they started doing Thai massage because of my free workbook. They've been following me. They've purchased materials. They're picking up techniques and using them, integrating it into their practice, and that's going well. I just think that the educational system cannot keep up with technology. And the technology is evolving so rapidly that what we think of as standardized education to create a worker has nothing to do with creating an entrepreneur, one. And two, I don't think that traditional education is going to look the same in the next 20 to 30 years. I think that the idea of going to a university and getting a degree for over $100,000, unless you're in a field where you absolutely have to have it because they've mandated and regulated that, I think is just completely preposterous. Education will continue to evolve and change as interactive media does. We currently have, digitally augmented reality, and what happens when we have full-on, VR? There are so many changes to information processing, information technologies, smartphones, what we think of as computers and artificial intelligence, that I just think it's a brave new world. And traditional schools, particularly in the massage industry, I don't think are going to be able to keep up. As an independent educator who tries to go into schools, there are two main factors that I see from my vantage point. The schools don't know what to do with my marketing because I'm embracing technology in a way they're not familiar with. And then two, they're going, wait a second, you work, but you only work on a mat, you don't work on a table. Like, these people are massage therapists, they work on a table, and generally the question is why? Now, when I ask that question, it ruffles a lot of feathers because I'm extremely and exceedingly comfortable subverting the dominant paradigm, asking questions and saying, wait a second, okay, are we delivering a massage which is a particular service? And there's nothing wrong with that. That means consumers want to go in and have table, cream, glide, and nudity. That's what Massage Envy, and I point out Massage Envy because they're the largest purveyor of massage services in the US. Hey, Dreama, how are you doing? The thing is, if table, cream, glide, and nudity is massage, what I'm doing is taking away the table, taking away the bulk of the cream, the bulk of the glide, and taking away the nudity. So is what I do really massage? And that's the twofold prong thing. Like, they don't understand my marketing and they don't understand what the hell I'm doing. And I'm saying, I'm answering a more fundamental issue that clients have. Clients, primarily, in my opinion, were using massage, this service, to answer their needs and desires. And what are their needs and desires? Because let's get to a more fundamental picture of what's going on. They need touch. They'll never say that, but they do. They need touch. People need touch. People get massage because they're looking for touch. So we answered that, but instead of doing it in an hour, I do it in 3 hours because I give them this big heroic dose of touch. Two, they need pain relief. I think that what I do on a mat with my suspension system is more effective for pain relief. So I'm more effectively answering number 2. Okay? So on those 2 criteria so far, I think I'm providing a better service than massage. Then beyond pain relief, they need some degree of, I think, intimacy and connection. Well, I'm giving them 3 hours worth. It also gives me time to educate the client and not feel rushed. I'm delivering a different service to answer those consumer needs. That is why I will sometimes compare what I do to Uber. The reason I do that is people have a general conception of Uber as being something that's scaled. They solved a transportation problem. The cabs had already, solved the issue. Like, you could get where you needed to go, but did the cab show up? Did you have an app that shows you how long the vehicle was going to be? Where the cabbie could communicate with you quickly and easily via text? Where you could see on a GPS where they were located and how far away they were? Because what Uber really sold was time. And what I mean is, the consumer needed transportation. The cab industry solved that, and Uber said, I have a better model. That's essentially what I'm saying with Reboot. It's just that I can't scale what I do because I need therapists like Dreama to start doing Reboot sessions to be able to have the public build a larger brand out of Reboot, because they have to know what it is. I really feel like when it comes to education, I'm turning over people's sacred cow. And the sacred cow in this instance is really the table. When I go in and ask massage therapists why they work on a table, that is a very almost confrontational piece of information. People don't like it. People do not like debate. I've seen it again and again, from politics to the massage industry to religion, whatever. People do not want debate. I was a philosophy student. I am good at debate. I can see a red herring about a mile away. I can see an ad hominem argument, and it makes me very frustrated because I'm good at debate. It's one of my true skills. The problem is, if I debate, nobody's going to listen because nobody cares, and they'll just say that I'm a jerk eventually. And that's cool to a degree. But in the end, I have to get students like Dreama. I have to get students like the ones who purchased my retail package from my webinar recently. I have to get them on board, not just with their mind, but with their heart. I have to get you to understand generally what it is I'm doing and why I think it's more advantageous both for the therapists and for the clients. Dreama, did you like my heart, Dreama? What I have seen in the industry is, on the Massage Entrepreneurs Group, we had another professional who sells business advice come in and frankly say to not listen to me. Because what I encouraged was, listen, if you're a broke massage therapist and you have more time than money, I want you to go into Twitter and search multiple hashtags, including your zip code in your area, find your target market clients, and direct message them, potentially with a coupon code. I was told emphatically that was stalker behavior. That I was told, this person told everyone in the group to not listen to what I was saying. And all I could really think was, your information is dead. You're a dinosaur. You do not understand social media in 2017. You don't understand what's going on. And the rules are rapidly changing because of this device I'm communicating with you on. It provides so much potential. And when we talked about education, is it taught in massage school? No, it's not. Not in any way, shape, or form. I'm putting out a new video, I would say, every 2 to 3 days. And people keep asking me why I'm making videos. And I'll give you a quick example. I had a class in Houston that was canceled. That class was canceled because there weren't enough sign-ups, even though we had that class up for months. I kept promoting it. Promoting it through social media. The school, and I love the school owners, the people who work at the school. If you see this isn't a critique of you at all. The school is challenged to try to update their marketing to 2017 because they're still trying to market like it's 1995. It's not the same playing field at all. I'm constantly putting out information because I'm trying to get these schools to share my content and information, and they don't, because sometimes school owners feel like there's a competition. Instead of promoting what I'm doing on a consistent and ongoing way, cross promotion, it then builds class. What happens is the class winds up being canceled. I sent out an email. I had a person I do not know go to my Facebook page and said, listen, if you're at all involved in the healing arts, you have to subscribe to this guy's YouTube channel and you have to listen to what he's saying. He's a brilliant mind. Someone I've never met. I don't know who they are. Left that on my Facebook page. The same day, a woman in Britain contacted me and said, listen, can you come here and teach? And I said, yes, I can. I would probably need about 12 students before I'd even buy the ticket. I can do it. I can figure it out legally, whatever, but I need 12 students. That's what I'm getting. I can't get students in Houston to fill a class, the fourth largest city in the US, and I've got people in Britain inviting me to come teach. The marketing game is completely changing, and what I'm doing is not going to go away, meaning not for me specifically, but also not in the industry as a whole. Massage therapists are not using social media. If you're watching this, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to start on every social media channel you can. I want you to pay particular attention to Facebook Live, but I also want you to pay attention to YouTube. The reason I want you to pay attention to YouTube is YouTube increases search engine optimization. You know when you hear that fancy word, SEO? Google owns YouTube. When I make videos about massage, or let's say carpal tunnel, that's a real specific one. If I make videos about carpal tunnel and float those videos through my blog on YouTube, YouTube spiders find all of that, and people in Austin who are searching for carpal tunnel relief, whatever, can potentially find me more easily. That's a long-term gain. It's not quick. But if you consistently make content, you will win. You have to build a following. Dreama was here. She said, good afternoon. Dreama's here. She's laughing, I think, at my heart. Yay! So Dreama, long-term, is more likely to purchase what I'm doing because I'm giving her a steady stream of content and interacting with her. It's the same thing you're doing as a massage therapist with your potential clients. People want to see what you look like. They want to hear what your voice sounds like. They want to form a personal connection with you, and here's the thing. This is what I fundamentally just don't understand. Oh, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. We live in a world where we can reach out everywhere, and we have such a personal service. We touch people for a living. People trust you more when you make steady, consistent social media content and you have ethics and transparency. They can look at my Instagram and see that I just made breakfast tacos with bacon. They feel like they know me. We have a personal service, so why aren't we using this most personal communication tool to reach out to clients and students? A young man followed me, and he signed up for the webinar I just had, but he didn't catch it live. He got kicked out a replay link, and then he wrote me on Instagram and said, man, you're an inspiration. I've never seen anybody doing what you're doing. And what did I do? I chatted with him on Instagram. I sent him a quick personal video. That information, that technology that I am embracing is going to allow me to win. And I might not win huge until 5 years, even from now. But it doesn't matter. I'm already paying my bills. I'm already surviving. I've already got clients coming in. I've already got classes and retail and all this other stuff. We're getting ready for online classes. Because Dreama wants to study, but it's difficult because how do I get to where she's at? How do I get to Britain? Well, it's called the internet. It reaches everywhere. And when people talk to me about regulation and they don't understand my frustration with regulation, I go, okay, wait a second, wait. So you want me to follow all these laws, but when I go onto the internet, I can sell information to anyone. It doesn't matter if they have a license. It doesn't matter where they live. It doesn't matter if they're in sub-Saharan Africa. I can give information to anyone on earth. And if you don't like it, you're going to need to pass a law to stop me. You are helping create this situation by having regulatory bodies situated the way they are. When I respond to that, don't get mad at me. You helped create this situation. I'm reaching out. I'm trying to give content to massage therapists. I'm trying to help them. I watch the Massage Entrepreneurs Group, and some of those people are my friends. Very few of them are making content. Very few of them are actually following the advice, because I'm not just trying to get you to replicate everything I do in my practice. I mean, if you want to, that's great, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to get you to do what I'm doing. So if Dreama says, listen, I don't want to do mat work, don't. Go do table work, but take out your phone, make a Facebook Live, and communicate with your target market clients and educate them. Talk to them. Post on social media. Make it known that your clients can follow you on Instagram so you can follow up with them after their session in video. Massage therapists are not using the technology, and that's why that young man contacted me. Because I can guarantee you, if you would ask him, Eric Dalton has never replied to someone in that same way using Instagram. Just a guess. I am going to win because I am committed to continued growth, committed to continued change, and I'm going to adapt as the technology adapts. If you have questions for me, feel free to write. If I don't catch it live, I can catch it in a bit whenever the video posts. The other component is just start using social media, guys. This is the new business card. The days of giving people a piece of paper that is not interactive are dying slowly. I'm not saying it goes away, because it doesn't. It's a totally legitimate technology, but this allows me video to connect with you directly, and connection and solving problems is the name of the game. If I can connect with you and solve a problem, I'm your friend. And that's what you want with your potential clients. The clients that you already have, you just want to run like a ticker tape in the background to remind them, hey, you hadn't been in for a while for a session. How are you doing? What's going on? I had breakfast tacos. Hey, I'm doing good. Trying to drink more water. Trying to exercise, get back in shape. I'm documenting my health journey. Students will ask me what camera to use. This is my cell phone, guys. This is not a phone. It is a small computer that connects to planet Earth that also happens to make phone calls. Start using it. Adapt. I put out curriculum. People have told me, well, we're afraid. I'm like, what are you afraid of? They're like, well, your stuff is digital. And I was like, what's the problem with that? That just means people can like download it. And they're like, but somebody's going to upload it to the Pirate Bay. And I was like, oh, you mean they're going to like upload it and then like torrent it and, you know, steal it? And they're like, yeah. And I go, so? I mean, I don't want people to steal my stuff, but listen, if you're a guy in Ohio and you can't afford my materials, why don't you just contact me directly and see if I'll just give you a copy? I didn't get into the business to like hoard information, you know, like a dragon, over my gold, right? Like, no. The information I can give away, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to help therapists like Pamela Turner there. Hey, Pamela. And I also wanted to help therapists like Melissa. Hey, Melissa. The whole thing is, massage therapists think you have to have a business degree. You don't. The educator who came in and said those things, but don't listen to him. She's a dinosaur. She lives in a past that's long gone. She wants to hold up the expert. She's an expert. She went to school. She has a marketing degree. And I'm like, I don't give a shit if you have a marketing degree. I learned what I know about marketing from Eazy-E. And he started selling crack before he started selling albums. You respond to what your market wants. That's all. You just tweak it as you go. If you've already got a stable platform, Melissa, you're just adding little pieces. If you have clients and you have, you know, business cards and you have a website, you have online scheduling, let's say you have those. Now you're just going to add social media on top. You're going to add an occasional YouTube video on top because you're trying to optimize and maximize your connectivity with your target market. That's all. This notion of like experts in our industry, students are going and learning things from YouTube videos and going back to school and mucking it up. And that's why, for me, as a former philosophy student, I feel like Socrates corrupting the youth. I keep looking for the hemlock because I'm getting ready for them to try to, get me to drink it. Because they don't like that I'm fundamentally representing a different paradigm. I'm looking at things differently, critiquing, thinking, asking questions. Unfortunately, what I see in our world is that is not a safe nor a comfortable spot to be. People do not like having their sacred cow questioned. And I think sacred cows make the best burgers. But that's me. Do you guys have any questions before I go ahead and tune out? You can join the Massage Entrepreneurs group. Yeah, Melissa, when you talk about instructors in school, like they're hoarding their best skills, one of the things that I think is challenging, and the thing is, I've never really taught in core curriculum. I'm a CE provider, so I don't teach in like core basic skills, is the teachers sometimes, even though they have high-level skills, let's say they specialize in some other kind of, like myofascial release, we'll just pick one. The whole thing is they have to get the whole class through this general education. They have to get them all kind of on the same page so they can at least go out and get a job at Massage Envy or whatever facility. Increasingly, I think that is changing. So I'll give you an example. When I go in and teach a CE class, I have you, Melissa, sign a contract. And that contract is a non-disclosure agreement. Basically, it's like trade secret sort of stuff. And what it primarily does is it protects me from having you, Melissa, going out and saying you're doing a reboot session. Because I'm trying to grow my brand. My brand is like Nike. You can make shoes, but I don't want you to put the swoosh on it, right? So Reboot is my brand. The students will get these contracts and they'll look at them and they're a little concerned. They're like, are you going to sue me for using a technique? And I'm like, what? And they're like, well, if you show me something and I use it, are you going to come sue me based on what that contract says? And I'm like, I don't own a technique. I own a brand. But that process is what they don't quite understand. I think the challenge with educators in schools, in core curriculum, Melissa, is the fact that they have to get everybody kind of on the same page. So I don't know how much time or energy they can really put into veering off course. I know that when I teach a CE class, I get those contractual liability issues, signing the contracts. But also, if I veer off course, class, we can waste half a day because they'll start asking questions and it'll veer off course and I can't get them through just the sequence. And I think sometimes that happens in core curriculum. I definitely think, Dreama, that you learn more on the job. Most of what I developed wasn't like I took something, it wasn't like anything I did was completely new. It was just I assembled all these little pieces, Dreama, working with clients, communicating with clients, and put it all together in a seamless package. That package became Reboot because I needed a different brand because I was interacting with people differently than what you think of as massage. Massage was table, cream, glide, and nudity. And I went and took all that away. Then what do you have left? I couldn't really market it as massage. I had to sell them a different package. So listen, it's up to you. You got to do it. You can join Massage Entrepreneurs. You can ask questions there. You can talk with me and other educators, other therapists as well. Lots of feedback there. You got to use social media. And it's not just for today, guys. It's for 5 years from now. This technology is evolving. I want you to have a head start. You have to communicate with your clients and you have to solve problems. No marketing degree needed. You don't need to be $100,000 in debt to respond to consumers. And online classes with me are coming up, meaning that I'm going to actually be giving away some free CE hours. I'm going to be networking with you. If your state takes national certification credits, that's what you can get the 2 free CE hours for. 1 or 2, somewhere in there. If you have other questions for me, feel free to write down below. And also, I'm going to continue interacting with you in an ongoing way so you can ask questions. Thank you guys so much for your time, and let's go crush it. You guys have a good Sunday. I'll see you soon.